Real estate market update 2025 December. I'm Cash McCallum, and I'm going to get into this with you right now. Been hearing a lot of rhetoric still today about a distressed property level of inventory picking up, and it's coming across the country. It's going to be the tsunami of foreclosure. It's going to crash our market, and it's going to be terrible. It's going to be like 2008. Well, I am going to share with you that is not the case. That's not what I'm seeing. Any people I'm talking to in the industry right now, we're not seeing a big buildup of foreclosures or any distressed property inventory. We're going to be okay with that. I don't see it happening. Remember, we have still, nationally speaking, 40% of homes are mortgage free. We've never had that high of a level before. 40% of homes in our nation have no mortgage. And those that do have a mortgage, 50% of them have a 50% equity position or higher, as well as a 2.5% to 3% interest rate on these homes. And that's what's been locking down our inventory for quite a while, since COVID, basically. If you're a buyer sitting around waiting for those 3% interest rates to come back, like some have been doing, and they're finally starting to hop off the fence because they know that's not happening. Something catastrophic is going to happen, like COVID or war or something crazy that nobody wants to happen just to get a lower interest rate. Not going to happen, guys. I sure hope it doesn't happen. We are now working with about a 6.19 interest rate, nationally speaking, for a 30-year mortgage, right? Lower for a 15. And I have my personal lender getting a 5.875 for a par borrower right now today, already below the sixes for a 30-year mortgage, right? So we've got a lot of improvement going on with interest rates. The Fed is meeting December 9th and 10th again here for their December meeting. A lot of speculation, high speculation of another cut coming by the Fed, Jerome Powell. A quarter point is already being baked in by lenders out there. Okay, they've already got it baked in. This is why you're seeing these rates lower now. They're not waiting for that. They're speculating strongly that he is going to lower those rates a quarter point this December 9th or 10th. So they already bake it in. Now, here's what's going to happen. If he doesn't do the quarter point drop and leaves it where it's at, well, then you're going to see a worsening of the rates. They're probably going to kick up a little bit. Nothing terrible, but they'll kick up a little bit, okay? If he does drop it a quarter point, good. Probably not much is going to happen at all because all the speculation is now true. And there we go. We're at our rates where they're at right now, right? If he happens to go a little further, Jerome Powell, which I don't think he's going to do, I'll be very shocked if he does this, a half a point drop. A half a point drop. Wow. For December, what a gift. Boy, that would really pack up the market going into 2026. Woo! I'm excited about that. But let's wait and see what happens. I have a feeling it's going to be a quarter point drop. That's my call going into it. I know I'm rolling the dice here, but I'm going to go with a quarter point drop for Jerome Powell here this December 9th, 10th meeting. So nationally speaking, we are really seeing a rebalancing of our markets across the country. They all fluctuate from here to there, from the East Coast to the West Coast. But at the end of the day, more of a rebalancing, a normalizing of the market, right? Okay, yes, still more of a buyer's market, really, in my opinion, in a lot of areas, especially Vegas and Clarita, California. Not terribly, though, okay? It's not like the buyers are coming in and just going to crush people. I see a lot of prices holding, a lot of list prices holding still, if they're pricing it correctly out of the gate. Yes, we still have a lot of news about a lot of these price reductions, a higher level of price reductions that we've had this year than normal. We always have price reductions. That's all, every day there's price reductions all the time. But it's been a higher level through this year because people have been excited. They've been listing their home too high. And when those rates were up, prices were getting, a little more challenged, right? So, and our inventory was starting to pick up too. So the sellers have more competition and the buyers had a higher interest rate. But now the rate's starting to come down. So we're just getting kind of a rebalancing of the market. I'm really seeing a normalizing of the market coming on. And I'm excited about 2026, going into 2026 with lower interest rates, higher inventory. And I'm going to share with you some things that our current administration is doing with some of the housing proposals that they have on the table right now to help lower the cost of housing, improve affordability, and housing supply, because they all play hand in hand, right? So Congress has got some pro homebuyer bills going on right now, working with home builders. They're going to do everything they can to help lower the cost. They have framed housing as part of a broader cost of living strategy with directives aimed at lowering the cost of housing and expanding the housing supply via cutting the red tape and other administrative costs. That's what's really held up a lot of builders and developers, is so much red tape. It's ridiculous. It's like, why is there so much red tape? So they're going to start cutting through a bunch of that, and you're going to see a lot more building coming out in 2026. That's my call right there. Okay. Encouraging more construction and lower regulatory burdens that can raise housing costs at the end of the day. There you go. All this red tape and all the regulations start to increase costs. We need to do everything we can to keep costs level, down, or level at a minimum, right? And so a lot of things on the table about that. And we got some first-time homebuyer tax credit up to $15,000 has been reintroduced to both the House and the Senate to help first-time homebuyers with a refundable credit. Okay, I'm going to have some more information. You could always go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter, and we're going to have information on there for you that goes into deeper discussions with all these details of each of these things, right? And also, there's another one called the Proposed Down Payment Toward Equity Act, which would offer up to $25,000 in upfront assistance, right? This is fantastic for first-generation, first-time home buyers. Okay, so a lot of help on the table to help out our first-time home buyers right now. And then there's the Road to Housing Act of 2025 would support converting underused commercial and industrial spaces into new housing, right? We're going to probably see a lot of condo conversions out of these kind of buildings that just aren't really doing a whole lot for, besides taking up a lot of space right now. So, hey, smart move. I like that one too. So that's another great thing. Also, Pulte and Trump have on the table too, bringing out this 50-year mortgage. You've probably heard a lot about that. There's been getting a lot of press about that. And also the portable loan, right? The 50-year mortgage, okay, not that big a deal. It's going to help maybe improve a little bit more affordability, probably mostly for first-time home buyers would kind of want to look at something like that and entertain that option. But it's, not a great plan. No one's going to keep it for 50 years. You're going to get into it, get your home, build some equity, and get the heck out of that, right? That's what's going to happen with that. But what I do like is the portable loan that's on the table. Okay, none of these are out yet, but they're on the table, and they're trying to iron out some of the wrinkles back and forth, right? So if that comes out on the market, right, the idea of that is that if you have one of these 2.5%, 3% super low interest rates, and you're locked into your house and you don't want to move because you got that rate, you just don't want to let it go. I get it. We all get it, right? You can now take it with you to your new purchase. How about that? That's amazing. So if that one comes out, that's going to be a big game changer. That's going to add some fuel to the fire, along with the lowering the interest rates, improving more housing, the first-time homebuyer credits on the table. Wow, there's just a lot of stuff on the table to improve 2026. But right now, going into 2026, here this December, I'm already seeing a leveling out. We're still seeing homes sell. Okay, homes are still selling. I've just accepted a couple offers and opened some escrows on some properties I have listed. I just bought a home myself just a couple days ago, just closed escrow, right? So I'm putting my money where cash is put his money where his mouth is, right here in Las Vegas, which, by the way, is the cash capital. More cash buyers in Las Vegas than any other city in the United States of America. That's crazy. Last year, too. Unbelievable. That's why I'm here. Cash is here in Cash City, Las Vegas, Nevada. Anyways, Santa Clarita. I love Santa Clarita. So much beauty there. So many great things to offer. Half the San Fernando Valley in LA and the Bay Area keep moving to Santa Clarita, right? They absolutely love it. An interesting fact, though, is those that are leaving Santa Clarita, they're either going for a lateral move and staying in California, or if they're leaving the state, guess where they're going? Number one destination, Las Vegas, Nevada. They're coming to me. Got my number. Give me a call if you need anything. We can definitely make sure you get the right connections in this town and show you where to look, where maybe not to look, and answer lots of questions. There's so many ins and outs and ups and downs and things that you're going to want to know. And if you need a good friend, some help in an area, you've got my number. Give me a call. We'll make sure that you get the information and the right people to help you out. Contractors, lenders, whatever the case is going to be, insurance, tax people. We got them all lined up, and they're very well qualified. And if they're on my list, they better be damn good, or they're getting the hell off my list. Okay, so that's how I fly. Anyways, I am excited about 2026. Our market is rebalancing. We're okay. There is no big crash coming. I'm telling you, it looks very solid right now. Lots of things on the table for next year. So keep an eye out. If you ever have questions, please subscribe to my newsletter. And if you need anything, just give me a shout anytime. And I'm going to wish everybody happy holidays. Thank you.
This the place where the info don't stop. Cash talks, yeah, you know it don't stop. Real talk, real keys, real goals on lock. From downtown dreams to the burbs of blocks. Turn a key, feel the beat, that's Cash Talks. Cash